Welcome back to Hotheads on Cannabis. You just heard Judge Jim Gray. We just had an in-depth interview on a number of subjects with him. You're listening to Two Hotheads on Cannabis. This is Mike Cann. I'm in the studio with my co-host Heather Mack.
Hello, hello. And we're about to welcome Dave Miller from Audible Mainframe is on the phone. And hello, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for being here.
And you're out in, where are you, in Los Angeles right now, Dave?
Right now I'm in Long Beach at the band house. We call it the Audible Manor.
Audible Manor.
Nice.
Right there in LBC.
And, unfortunately, I think we knew each other way back, and we haven't talked in a while. And the reason we wanted to have you on the show today is because we recently lost MC Exposition Victor. And a lot of us, it's been a tough time. I was hoping that you could tell some of our listeners about Victor, who he was, what the loss, how things are going with you guys, what your long-term plans are.
Yeah, definitely. I really appreciate you having me on the show, and obviously all the support you've shown us throughout the years.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. It's been really tough. Victor unfortunately passed away April 7th after close to about an eight-month battle with cancer. It was about a year ago. The band's been together, for your listeners who don't know, the band's been together almost 10 years. Started back in Boston when we were all kind of college students at different colleges around the Boston college scene there, and started out playing in Boston for a number of years. And then all decided to collectively move out to California in late 2006. So we've been out in California a little over 5 years now. And, we're rocking as we had always been. Things were good. And then last summer, Vic came down with just a real bad cough that didn't go away. And he wasn't really sick. He didn't seem like he had a cold, and we went to a bunch of doctors, and they couldn't figure out what was going on. And after a while, biopsy, and that's when they found the cancer in his lungs that was making him cough, and found that it was actually stomach cancer that had spread to his lungs. And by that point, it was already categorized as stage 4.
Oh, man.
It's a terrible loss, and not just, to our immediate community, but to the hip-hop community in general. And you guys were really pioneers in terms of, having a progressive, politically smart and honest message in your music. And, that's something that we don't get from hip-hop very often these days, is real honesty and vulnerability. And
absolutely.
I certainly appreciate it. I also am MC myself, and I've been doing hip hop for a while, and have been a hip hop fan pretty much my whole life. And so I guess I want to know what you guys, what can we do to keep you guys are keeping hip hop real. And of course, this is a huge bump in the road, but you plan on continuing, correct, as Audible Mainframe and paying honor to Victor. What are the next steps for you guys?
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you saying that about us, what we did, of course, Expo and his lyrics and what he had to say. And I think Mike, you touched on it earlier in the show that a lot of people say it but don't live it, and Victor was definitely a person who lived every word he spoke. So we're trying to keep that going for now, get his music out there as much as we can. The Victory Sessions are something, a collection of EPs that we started releasing. Actually released the first volume shortly before Victor passed. And it's a collection of works basically that are different Audible Mainframe songs that maybe were shelved for a couple years and didn't come out because we were maybe working on one direction and didn't feel it necessarily fit into that when we released our last album. So it's a way of just releasing all this unheard Audible Mainframe, actually written material, and in a starting the movement in Victor's name, continue his legacy, called Victory. And it's a free download for both volumes that are out right now. And, we just ask that you contribute whatever you can to the Victory donations to help us continue his legacy, and we can continue putting out these materials, as well as we have future plans of starting a charity in his name centered around music, fashion,
Great.
Bringing music to kids in schools, and the things that Victor would want to support.
Yeah. Yeah, he was always a supporter of artists, whether it was graffiti artist or beat, whatever it was. He was definitely somebody that supported the people and the artists and the community. And
he was a man for the people.
Yeah. I have some stories about Victor. One of the things, Carmelita from WAAF played one of his songs quite a bit on the radio, and it was a song that I actually heard first, I think, as I recall. It was WMD, Weapons of Mass Distraction. You know that song, obviously, Dave.
Of course.
And it was written sometime after September 11th, I think, and it was during that period of time when people were scared to speak out against the government in any form, any shape whatsoever after September 11th. And Carmelita, Victor wanted to play. He wanted us to play some of his music, and that was the song that we actually Carmelita decided to play it, and I was scared to hear that on AF during that time. And Carmelita and I know Expo were like, just let's play it, let's do it, and they played that song. And the first time that it was played, Carmelita got hate. People were calling up, and they were hating it. They were upset that it was played on AAF. Due to the fact that it was hip hop, but really about the message of the wars and 9/11 and all of that. And then after a while, things changed, and people started loving that song, and they were asking for it, requesting it. And I think that was a great, that's the thing about Victor. He was not afraid. He was not afraid to say his mind, but he also did it in a way that was effective, that would win people over. Both with Audible Mainframe, when he first started out, he was just basically a kind of a one-man show, I think. And then he got the band, or maybe that was the vision, but you guys really, he put a message in there, but you guys were also almost like a party band where you would draw in the mainstream. Is that correct? Am I right on that?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's one thing about Victor. He never pulled any punches, and wasn't afraid to speak his mind and put that into his music. And he did start off as a solo artist, doing spoken word and poetry, and then of course he penned the lyrics to his first album, Metro, backpacking trip through Europe. And it was kind of when he came back for that, from that, and that kind of started things off in his career and in the band's career. And one thing about Victor is that we did start off playing college parties around Boston, and then it started to catch on from there. And because we were a very different type of band, we didn't necessarily fit into a predetermined genre of music. We played for a lot of different types of fans throughout the years, and we're on a lot of different bills with different types of bands. And, we found ourselves a lot of time in front of a crowd of people who maybe judged us from the moment we stepped on stage, like, oh, I'm not going to like this. And Victor had a very uncanny way of just being able to
make them like it.
Light up a room and pull everyone into what he was saying. And, it was just a remarkable talent that he had.
He did. That's exactly it. He could, no matter who it was, he could draw that crowd in. It's amazing.
Always.
Tell us about some of the songs too. I mean, this new Victory. When was this? You said these were a lot of outtakes over the years from all different times.
Exactly. The Victory Session 2 that we just released. Like I was saying before, sometimes, when you're a band and you're trying to focus on one direction and you're worried about releasing, you write a bunch of music and then you have to kind of whittle down to, okay, where's our sound, where's the direction we're going right now? And you pick that direction, and then certain songs that may be good songs get shelved or put on the table because they don't fit into the particular direction that you're going into at that time. And that's the case with some of the songs on Victory Sessions Volume 2. Several of the songs, and a lot of people, I don't think, realize, because of the lyrical content and the things that Victor talk about, sounds like he may have written those after he was diagnosed and found out how sick he was.
Yep.
But it's not the case. A lot of these songs were written
way
a
before.
year or 2 years ago, and just kind of put on the shelf. And because they didn't fit that direction at the time, and now as we're listening to this EP we just released, we feel it's some of the best material we've ever written, and it's again just a testament to Expo and what we were able to do with him on a musical level.
We have a phone call. We're going to see who it is on the line, Dave, see if they have a question for you or comment.
Definitely.
Hi, who's calling?
Hi, it's John. Is Heather there?
Oh, Heather.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Hey, John,
Hey, Heather, how's it going?
It's going good. Wait, is this John Leonard?
Yeah.
Oh, John, do you have a question for Victor from Audible Mainframe?
You know
or do
you're live
wanna,
on the show,
Yeah,
right?
do you want to can we call you back after this interview?
Yeah, call me back because I've got the time and places to meet for volunteers.
Oh, great. That's perfect.
You want me to give you my number?
I think we have it right here. We have it in our...
Yeah, we'll
617 number, right?
781.
All right, we'll call you right back.
All right, great. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks for calling.
That was an activist we work with. I don't know what's going on, but...
No, I told him to call in, but...
we're going to talk to him about something later?
Yeah, we're going to talk about... We'll talk about the PPQs.
We got some big
later on.
activism news coming in later from John. I'm like, what's going on? All right. So, Dave, what were I know Victor a lot over the years. You guys worked with a lot of different artists, both local and national. Who were some of Victor's favorite artists? Who were some of the people that you guys worked with?
I mean, over the years, coming out of Boston, Jake the Snake, JDS, we worked with Rex on an album. They did a track with us. Kelly Star, Moonraker, and that band was a band we liked a lot back in the day. And, there's just so many. The Greater Good and that whole crew. EC, Eclectic Collective, who are now the Bad Rabbits, are really good friends of ours. And, we were fortunate to play with so many great artists in the Boston scene that just turned into lifelong, friendships. And it was just back then, the music scene that we had when Audible Mainframe first started was just really awesome to come up at that time, and then to see how everyone kind of branched off and did their own thing. The Bad Rabbits who are doing really well right now. JVS doing his thing, and we moved out to Cali and did our thing, and it was awesome to see everybody, following their dreams and seeing what they were able to do.
Well, all right. We really appreciate your time today, Dave, and calling in and to talk about Expo. It is a huge loss. We're going to be playing some of the music. We got a lot of the music today. People can also contribute, right? Contribute to the music that we're hearing today. To basically, you're giving it away for free. Talk about that.
So, like I said, we have Victory Sessions Volume 1 and Victory Sessions Volume 2. They're both free downloads. You can either go to our SoundCloud page, which is soundcloud.com/Audible Mainframe, and you can find the set of each album. They're completely free downloads, like I said, or you can go to our website, audiblemainframe.com, and you can download that music there also for free. And like I said, they're free downloads, so you don't have to be obligated to contribute anything. But the Victory campaign that we're starting in Victor's name is something that we want to continue to fund, and that's what we're asking donations to go to there. You can find that link on the SoundCloud page and at audiblemainframe.com as well. I believe it's a tiny URL, so www.tinyurl.com/Victory Sessions donation.
Awesome.
And that'll go to supporting the Victory project.
So that project continues to put the music out, fund other musical projects and education. That's great. I love that.
Exactly.
It's exactly what Victor would want.
It's going to be a foundation that hopefully continues in the future, like I said, centered around music, putting on events around music, fashion, and, trying to keep Victor's name alive.
I'm all about that. Anything I can do to help, we're there.
We appreciate it again, like I said, for all the years of support. We really thank you.
Thank you for the music, and thank you for for being smart enough to work with Victor, because you knew talent and you knew heart, and then you guys stuck with it, and you guys had you have a great band. That band is phenomenal, and I love it. So thank you.
It's the best years of that any of us have had playing music with each other. The two things we did well is make music and laugh. We had the best time together, just traveling around playing music, and
that's all you can really ask for.
Fortunate to work with someone like Victor. His talent, his vision. He was an amazing person, and just will be missed more than I can even describe to you.
I know. Isn't it hard to describe, because that's the thing about this. If Victor was here, it would be so much easier, because he was so full of life. He was just so. It just bums me out that I didn't. For me personally, this is one of those things in life. You have to. You have to stay in touch with people and reach out more, because I wish we had talked maybe in a year or two ago, but I just wish I had talked to him more recently. I wish I had him on the show. I wish there was a way. I know you guys moved to California. It was tougher, so I'm not going to blame myself too much, but, these are the moments where you say, man, there's certain people that I really should be focusing on, because there's something there, and I always felt it around Victor. Just an amazing, amazing person, and I can't say it enough.
You're carrying his torch on and continuing to, to create smart, intelligent, powerful, proactive music. And, it's clear he would be very, very happy to know that this is continuing on, that you guys are not giving up.
That's it.
It doesn't end with either one of us. It's something.
Now, music is there forever.
Exactly.
It's on YouTube. It's everywhere. It will be there forever.
So once again,
the music's there forever, and that's what I feel so fortunate that I can put on a record and hear his voice whenever I want. And it's crazy to listen to some of the things that he said. Like, if you really listen to his music, one of the things I've quoted, and a lot of people have quoted since his passing, it was off his first album, The Metro. In this hard time where we're dealing without him here, he left us with so much wisdom. And there's a quote of a song from one song off his first album that says, "If I should die today, don't weep or cry. Remember happiness of me, and I'll still be alive."
Oh.
And it's something
beautiful.
that I try to remember, as tough as it is, to not weep and cry.
We read one of his. We read one of the quotes that was published, right around
that he published right
before he passed away, about what's important in life and what to focus on, to not waste time with the little things and the insecurities and the fears that we have, but just to appreciate what we do have and the people that are around us. And I read that to end our show last week, and I think those words speak to us, more than ever now. And I personally very much appreciate you coming on the show. I appreciate all the work you've done and that Victor had done, and will continue to do on into the future. So thank you once again for coming on, and we wish you all the luck in the world and all your future work. And one more time, that website, so that you can go and listen to the Victory sessions. That's what is it? tinyurl.org.
To get the music, you could go to soundcloud.com/Audible Mainframe.
Okay.
Or you can go straight to audiblemainframe.com and get it there as well.
All right, excellent. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much once again. Very glad to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me on.
Thanks,
absolutely.
Dave. And we're gonna play a bunch of tracks from Audible Mainframe right now. What songs do we have queued up, Mr. Newman?
I can't wait to play it. It's so good. This one is from their latest, the Volume 1 he mentioned. This is called I See What You're Doing, and I like it. This is Audio Mainframe.
Oh, yeah. This is the good stuff.
What did I spy? The pretty young bird looking fliggity-flaw. I had to get her before she walked by. Picked my fro, I walked up, said to her, hi. I'm exposition, girl, I think you're so beautiful. I'm trying to see what's up, or maybe like me and you. Stopped short, so I asked her what her name was. She told me that her name was Magdalena. I leaned in like, do you got a man? She said,
it's complicated, you wouldn't understand. He's always on the road making music for his fans.
I decided not to tell her I'm the singer in the band just yet. We'll get to that later, but for now, ask her what she's drinking, ordering up another round. You get a whiskey for me and whatever she's having. Close out my tab and go home to mash it.
See what you do, and I like it, and I love it.
You know I love that shit.
See what you do,
What you doing, girl?
and I like it,
You know I like it.
I love it.
You know I love that. This one is dedicated for the ladies at the shows who be always too cool to be up in the front row. But you in the back with your girls looking right. I know your boyfriend wanna hold your ass tight tonight. You see the way you looking at the mainframe, like you wanna holler at somebody on the bandstand. You said,
It's not like that, baby. I just like the music. You're acting all crazy.
and tell him you're gonna powder your nose right around the same time that we done with the show. You coming out the bathroom, blowing on the bubble. I smile to myself, cause
Here comes trouble.
I'm at the merch table trying to off some CDs. I walk past, I see you, you see me. You hand me a paper like,
Hey, I think you dropped it.
I knew what it was, so I put it in my pocket. You kept on kissing your man on his lips. He walked out the club with his hand on your hips. Yeah, that's a scandalous chick, but you know I'm gonna call her and handle it quick, huh?
See what you do, and I like it, and I love it.
You know I love that shit.
See what you do,
Just what you do.
and I like it,
You know I like it.
and I love it.
You know I love it.
There's a place where we can go. I know everything's gonna be alright. Oh, sure.
And when you dance upon me, you got me going crazy. I see you moving, I say
See what you do, and I like it, and I love it. I say see what you do, and I like it, and I love it. See what you do, and I like it, and I love it. See what you do, and I like it, and I love it.
Hello,
Hello, hi, is this Jill Stein?
this is Jill Stein. Hi, is this Mike?
Yes, it is. It's Mike Can. Thank you.
His name is Governor Gary Johnson, and he is running for president. Hello, Gary.
Mike, great to be on with you. Great to be on.
C Money, are you on the phone?
Yes, sir, I am. Hello, Boston.
Welcome, welcome, Barney Frank. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for coming on the show.
Thank you.
I'm glad to have the opportunity to talk with you.
Two Hotheads on Cannabis with Mike Can, Heather Mack, and many more on unregularradio.com.
sounds great, man. I'm feeling great, man. Yo, we just six average humans, but it's strange. Something crazy happens when we standing on that stage, holding instruments that's attached to the PA. They hang on every word and every single note we play. So it might have took a minute, but I'm filled with the awareness that we was born to do this, just like you was born to hear this. There is a reason your speakers holding my voice. It's not an accident, and it's also not a choice, man. It had to happen, like my mommy had to meet my daddy, like I had to move to Cali, like too many stories sadly end in tragedy for people that I care for. There's no explanation that can tell us what we here for. Therefore, I just take it as it comes, one foot in front of the other, walk to the beat of the drum. But if you look close, you see a path is already laid out, so follow that until the credits fade out. Everybody get your hands to the sky. If you're feeling what I feel, ain't no lie. Ole, ole. We grab the man, look him right in the eye. Say we coming for our piece of the pie. Ole, ole. I got my wings on, ready to fly. Never ever let it pass me by. Ole, ole. Ole, ole, ole. Ole, ole, ole. Tell 'em, fam. You might have $10, but at least it's not one. Might have $1, but at least it's not none. You drive a beat up car, but at least it's not a hearse. Hey, the point being, it could always be worse. So first, before you bitchin' how your wardrobe shifty, at least you ain't living in a war-torn city. So boy, get busy living or busy dying. Stay close, cause this is your first assignment. Kiss a loved one, vanquish an enemy. Take your mask off, find your identity. And once you find it, put your mask on again. And never listen to the laws of men, cause it is all pretend. And ain't no knowledge they can give you. Authority is wicked and it has no wisdom. It sucks you dry, it leaves you vacant. Every day with no love is another day wasted. Everybody get your hands to the sky. If you feeling what I feel, ain't no lie. Ole, ole. Grab the man, look him right in his eye. Say we coming for our piece of the pie. Ole, ole. I got my wings on, ready to fly. Never ever